Before joining the program, I found the injury to induce a level of discomfort and frustration with the pain to encompass pretty much all aspects of my day. However, with my own personal yoga practice, I was always surprised at what I could actually achieve, and it felt good to move. However, when it came to teaching, I was able to do this and still demonstrate perhaps key poses that my body allowed me to move in. But there was always a sense of hesitancy, of uncertainty. As in my day-to-day, whether I was dressing or seating or sitting or going to bed, the pain, the frustration was intense. And so at its peak, I would say just the simplicity of day-to-day was where the challenges were. Fatigued primarily, and then with fatigue there was a sense of fear of movement in some ways as well. And even though my body still felt strong in many ways and I was able to still keep living and moving, I found there were consequences for doing this. And so a long walk, I would feel the day after the impact of that walk on my body. And then the thought process was, well, perhaps I shouldn't do that, or perhaps I shouldn't move in that way. And even when it came to teaching, even though many of the poses I could actually do and demonstrate, when it came to a simple transition from seated to standing, that's where there was the pain. And so becoming very cautious in all movement was something that became predominantly centered in my mind. Re-establishing my body awareness, particularly in my movement, and the loss of fear, and knowing that a sensation that perhaps prior to the course I would have seized up and felt very fearful of moving, I was able to not push past, but to embrace that sensation and understand that this was part of my journey, and that through the exercises I was able to also engage more in my body without taking for granted the fact that having a strong body and being able to move this body, when I was unable to do that, instead of just persisting, approaching it from a different perspective. And this enabled me to engage probably more my core, which I always felt was present, and my glutes were present, but didn't realize that I'd actually maybe stopped engaging them because other parts of my body were stronger and were compensating. So it was a discovery within my own body, something that I had taken for granted. And it was this sense of joy and feeling much stronger, much more aware, and yeah, very content. As far as movement is concerned, I would say I'm back to flowing and moving and feeling very strong and secure within my body as well. The space that I'm able to move in is much freer. There may be a slight sensation, but that doesn't create the fear that it once did. I've just started taking up tennis once again, and I'm able to pick up the balls, which sounds ridiculous, but there was a stage where if something fell to the floor, that was where it sort of stayed. So walking, again, there's no repercussions for going for a nice long walk, and it's something that I truly enjoy, being outside. And so to have that quality of life back again is very important.